actually. It's really, these dogs are amazing. So there you go. That's major. They'll pop up every so often in the podcast. And for those of you listening, check out the Rumble stream if you can sometime to check that out. That's rumble.com/Vince. Okay, economic data. Who's a good boy? Who's a good economy? The American economy is doing really well. We have some breaking news this morning that the American economy has improved dramatically. Inflation is way down. Our economist here on the program is E.J. Antoni, and he writes today that core inflation year over year has fallen to its lowest rate in almost 4 years, hitting 2.8%. That's the best number since May of 2021. May of 2021. Of course, the last time, as you see here on EJ's chart, it was headed in an upward trajectory because you have Biden come in January of 21, and then inflation skyrockets during that time frame. So core inflation now is falling way down thanks to the President of the United States, his administration, and a stop to all of that out of control spending. Remember, when Biden came into office, the first thing they did was pass a $2 trillion spending package, and they said it was for so-called COVID relief. All it did was print a lot of money and make the economy so much worse. When you print money and you have too many dollars chasing too few goods, well, that's exactly how you get inflation. And that's what Biden did over the course of his 4 awful years in office. So the economic numbers that we're seeing today, a dramatic improvement there. Also, in terms of EJ's assessment of everything that's going on, I have one more for you because this strikes me as really important too. Take a look at this one. He said, this is truly remarkable. The average annual inflation rate from 2009 until 2021, it was at 1.8%. 1.8% here. And then Biden drove it up to 8.6% for a year and a half. And then it rose steadily at 3.1% for the rest of his entire term. Trump is averaging a mere 1% right now for his average annual inflation rate. That's huge. So in terms of prices, and this idea that President Trump was elected in order to lower them, to slow down these rapid price increases, he's doing it. The cost of oil has gone down dramatically. A barrel of oil has gone down very dramatically. That is super important. You're looking at Congress right now contemplating a big package that'll include American energy spending, American energy focus in terms of getting rid of all the barriers to American energy. So these numbers are only set to improve going forward. And the private sector, we talked about earlier this week, the private sector 2 months in a row has been growing. The government sector is shrinking. It's going down. All things that you want. So the president delivering on those promises right now. And then yesterday, we get the big announcement from the president of the United States that he is dropping all of the tariffs that he was set to impose on every country on the planet. And instead, they're just going to impose 10% flat on every country all across the planet, except for China, which is going to be getting 125% tariffs because China just keeps retaliating. China just keeps attacking the United States. So President Trump says, okay, perfect. We will isolate China. 125% tariff. We're going to reroute all of this industry all around the planet. We'll import from other countries. We will work out trade deals. As of this morning, the president's advisor, Kevin Hassett, was on television saying that they have some, I want to say 15 or so countries that they're working with right now that specifically who have offers on the table who are ready to go. They've been talking to 75 countries, they say, who all want to make these big offers. At the moment, those tariffs are frozen. They're not fully suspended. They're not fully going away. They're frozen for 90 days, according to the president. And the idea here is that looming tariff threat continues to hang over these countries until they make deals that benefit the United States of America. In the meantime, the Chinese having a 125% tariff, this is a huge deal. Now, China is digging its heels in. I saw them all across X. They're posting these ridiculous videos saying, we're going to fight to the end. We're going to fight to the end. We will not yield. Okay, fine, don't yield. Because You are entirely dependent on the American market. You're not diversified enough. You can't handle this. We have all of the leverage here. And so China, if they want to take this to the bloody end, that's totally fine, because that means in that time frame, we will be able to reestablish business here in the United States of America, get all these companies out of China, like companies like Apple, which has been producing iPhones at, was it Foxconn, where they had to put up the suicide nets to catch people who were jumping out of the factory. Crazy. And so you're watching as a lot of that manufacturing is already starting to leave China. Just the uncertainty of the trade war is enough for these companies to say, we've got to pick up, we've got to move. So China with a losing hand here, the president fighting right now for us. So that's great. And